We are talking today about new beginnings. So our whole dossier this month is all about new beginnings and how to create a fresh start in your life. Got a few people joining us. Hello, hi Rena, lovely to see you. Today we're going to be talking about how to create your miracle morning. So we'll be talking about that in a second. What we're trying to look at all month, this month, is this idea around how do you create a fresh start in your life? How do you create new habits, healthy new habits, and how do you let go of other habits that you don't want anymore? Welcome, Catherine. I can see lots of people joining us. Rena, welcome. Lovely to see you. Welcome. We're just talking about new beginnings and how to create your miracle morning is what we're going to be talking about this morning. Laura, lovely to see you. Welcome. Suzy, welcome. Lovely to see you all. We're talking about miracle mornings and how to set ourselves up every day in a way that feels fulfilling and exciting and gives you in the right headspace to start. I've learned this the hard way because I can be very grumpy in the mornings. I think it's to do with blood sugar. But I've learned how to set myself up to be much more invigorated and more excited. So I really hope you're all going to be working with me on creating our miracle morning this week. So let's just get started. So I can see got lots of people joining us. Hello, Suzy. Hello, Karen. Hello, Laura. Hello, Rena. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. So I'm Suzy Walker. I am the editor-in-chief at Psychologies magazine. And we have been following the theme this month of new beginnings, fresh start. And we've been looking at the kind of habits that we want to create that support us and letting go of habits that perhaps that don't. And being able to set up our days so we set ourselves up to succeed rather than fail. And often it's the small things, it's actually the small things that actually work. So I know a lot of our work, we're creating, big leaps. We are creating, huge changes in our lives. So I know a lot of the life leapers are doing that. But one of the things that we can do, that we can really get to grips with in a very small way, are the daily habits that we create every day that support ourselves. So there's a wonderful author called Hal Elrod who wrote a book called The Miracle Morning. And we love that book, and we interviewed him for the dossier this month. I hope you've read it, which is all about creating new beginnings. And what he talks about are the kind of 6 habits to create. And it can take 5 minutes to do these 6 habits, or it can take 2 hours, however the time. So time is not the issue. It's not the time. It's about the focus. And as many of you know, it's where we put our attention is where our actions will follow. So if you wake up and all you do is go straight onto your phone, the alarm goes off. Many of us do this. The alarm goes off on our phone and we go and we're sucked into the world. We're sucked into the news, emails. I was reading something in another magazine this week about somebody who woke up and the first thing she does is checks all the news feeds. What do you do? What do you currently do? And how does that make you feel? So what we're trying to do is create a morning routine that will make you feel fantastic. So I know that Suzy Beaumont just said, I love my miracle morning, transformed my life. It's a great book, isn't it, Suzy? And I absolutely agree with you. So we really recommend that book, The Miracle Morning. So let's just go through what he recommends. It's silence, which is meditation. So spending some time in meditation. So I don't do that absolutely first thing when I wake up because already I'm tired and, well, not tired, but I can be a bit groggy when I first wake up. So I kind of go straight to journaling when I wake up. It's like, how do I feel? Blah, blah, blah. But so he talks about meditation, affirmations, visualization, exercise, journaling, and reading. So 6 habits that you could create in your miracle morning that will make you feel good. And I cannot recommend it enough. I'm seeing that Ruth, she says, I look at my phone first thing. And so we're not saying good or bad, but how does it make you feel? So maybe this week you can sort of look and notice and observe how you feel keeping the status quo. If that's the first thing you do in the morning, how does it make you feel? Does it make you feel uplifted? I mean, it depends what the phone is just a tool. So are you looking, you could be doing some reading that's inspirational reading on your phone. But let's just break it down here. So meditation, I mean, I don't need to tell you, yes, it's written by Hal Elrod. Amanda Gilmore is asking. It's brilliant, absolutely fantastic, and we interviewed him for our dossier this month. It's a really great book. Can't recommend it enough. What I would suggest that we do is observe what you're currently doing. How does your morning, and how does it make you feel? And if there's something that we could have tweaked a little bit, then great. What can you do to make yourself feel better? So what you can try is some of his techniques. So meditation. So if you don't meditate already, there are millions of studies that show that meditation helps. It helps us to become aware of our thoughts. It helps us to slow down. It takes us from the kind of stress system to a more a peaceful system in our bodies physiologically. So not only does it change how we think, but it also changes how we feel physiologically in our bodies. So meditation. So if you're not already meditating, find a way to meditate in the morning. So it could be, I did transcendental meditation years ago, 20 years. I've been meditating 20 years. It's supposed to be 20 minutes in the morning, 20 minutes at night. I don't always manage that. It's normally 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes at night. But if you're not already doing it, do try it. Find some meditation technique that works for you. There's Headspace, which is a very famous mindfulness app. There's a million meditation classes. It's being able to actually sit and observe your breathing, observe your thoughts rather than being in them. And there's been huge power and lots of science around it, is that when we observe our thoughts rather than being in our thoughts, that healing and kind of real miracles happen when that happens. So I would suggest that you find some kind of way of meditating in the morning. Affirmations, the Life Leap Club, free to all our subscribers. This is part of it. We talk about affirmations a lot. It's like, what is your affirmation? Set affirmations all the time. I am good enough. I feel great when I focus on the things that I love. What are the affirmations? These are what we focus on expands. What are these big, I was just on my board at the moment. I can and I will. Watch me is one of my affirmations. Also, live the juicy life now. Joy, fun, creativity, growth, and acceptance. These are the things that I am focusing on right now. These are on my board behind me. So what about you? What are the affirmations, the positive statements that you want to focus your attention on and to look? So our system is constantly searching for patterns. Our brain system, they're looking what is true, and we're constantly finding evidence to prove that whatever we believe is true. So affirmations are a really amazing kind of experiment to see. One, you can have a fantastic thing, so I am good enough, and then all the things are like, oh, why I'm not good enough will come in. It's like, oh, I really don't think I'm good enough. So when you start saying I am good enough, you start focusing and looking for evidence. I call it the evidence wall of why that is true for you. So 2 is affirmations. 3, visualization. Visualization, again, our lovely expert, Dr. David Hamilton, my secret crush, not so secret. I think he's so wonderful, and he talks about kindness. He is Dr. David Hamilton. He talks about the placebo effect, but also about the amazing effect of what visualization can have on our health and also on our mindset. So I think it's great to use a kind of affirmation and a visualization. So let's say you were working on an affirmation, I am good enough, I am enough. Then what would be a great visualization that would go with that? In terms of, is it about saying it in the mirror, or for me, close my eyes, that I am enough. And then maybe imagining an evidence wall, literally an evidence wall of all the things and all the ways that you are enough. You are enough as a friend, as a mother, as a colleague, how are you enough? And finding a visual. Pictures are so good, so great around, as we know, when we see a picture in the press, it can absolutely motivate us to take action. If we think about the plastic bottles, we've seen so many of us watch The Blue Planet, and it was so shocking to see that island of plastic bottles in the ocean. And I think since that moment, things are changing. We are the call has gone out. So for you, imagine if you can do the same kind of imprinting on your own brain around the changes that you want to make. around if it was an affirmation or a visualization that you want to imagine your day, how you want it to be. Imagine yourself flourishing. Imagine what that looks like. So really using visualization as a tool. So imagine that you spent 10 minutes meditating. Then you went into an affirmation of what do I want to focus on today? Of I am strong, balanced, healthy, and happy is one of my affirmations that I use a lot. I am strong, balanced, healthy, and happy. What would that look like as a visualization? I've got Laura here saying, I've now taken my visualization to a new level now, and also think about how I will feel when I've achieved the things I want to. It's transformational. I love that idea. So and also, but we don't even have to put it on hold. We have access to those emotions right now. So we've got to be wary of I'll be happy when thinking, I'll be happy when I win an Oscar. Yeah, possibly. And but what is that? It's a sense of achievement and pride. So how can you feel that sense of achievement and pride right now? Why can I? Yes, I'll be very proud of myself if I win an Oscar, but I'm really proud of myself for bringing up my son, and and doing that. I'm a single mother. I'm doing it by myself, and I feel very proud of myself for all the things that I do to support him. I could be proud of myself now. I don't need to win an Oscar for that. So what is it? So yes, absolutely, visualization and being proud of yourself. But how can you bring that into your life now? Don't wait. Don't wait until you've achieved what you want to do. Think about, I'm proud of myself now, right now. Exercise is a big thing for the Miracle Morning, Hal Elrod. So I know that people have a love-hate relationship with exercise. I have just recently found yoga. So for me, that's a wonderful thing that I can do. So I roll out my mat, and even it's a 5-minute sun salutations, or actually I'm learning that's actually quite a tough way to start. So I'm doing a little bit more gentle things to start my morning. So but just to reach up and to stretch back and to stretch forward, all of these things, if you can learn how to do that. So that yoga's for me, it might be running, it might be walking the dog, but it's acknowledging that it's not just about the mind, it's also the physical. So even if it's a baby, if you don't do exercise currently and you're not running 5K, I know some of our experts, they're running 5K every morning, and that's wonderful and brilliant. Oh, Suzy Walker saying, just let me put that up, the 7-minute workout app is great. I've also done that, it's brilliant. But again, for people who perhaps are new to exercise, it's kind of quite tough, but for 7 minutes, again, but it's in terms of a Miracle Morning, really great way to start. 7 minutes, fantastic. Journaling is part of Hal Elrod's Miracle Morning. For me, because I'm a writer, if I don't journal, I can get into trouble during my day, because it's a place where I process. It's a place where I can observe. It's almost like a written meditation. So often I start with my day. That's where I start, is my journaling. I start, I'm feeling good. And it gets better and better. And I coach and I get to the place of, okay, so, all right, let's acknowledge that maybe I'm feeling a little bit tired or a little bit grumpy, or I'm feeling anxious about this, or whatever it is. It's all there. I can say, okay, so I acknowledge how I'm feeling, but how would I want to feel? For me, gratitude is always a great thing that completely helps me. So sometimes I can go to self-pity. I don't know, that's one of my weird default emotional settings from from my childhood. That is a very useless place for me to be, self-pity. So what I found for me is gratitude, to be grateful for all of the amazing things that I have in my life, for my health and for my son's health, for my beautiful dog, for a roof over my head, for food in the, all of those things. And then all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, okay, I got it, I'm in there. And then all of a sudden it's if we talk about like a warm up with exercise, for me, gratitude is a great place to warm me up, to realize and to get myself very excited about the day. So for me, journaling is access. I always journal around what I'm grateful for at some point. And even if it feels really sort of, if I'm really kind of anxious or angry or whatever it is I'm writing about, I can always get to gratitude somehow. I'm just grateful that I'm breathing in and out, if nothing else. So again, it's using all these things that could really work. Now we've got Deb McCauley here. Make sure an affirmation is positive, personal, and present tense. Really feel the affirmation in your body. Feel it if it is true. And Deb runs an amazing thing called the Affirmation, which I really love, Deb, which is about, well, maybe you can post a little bit and I can share it with everybody so you can share what it is that you do. But it's a really, really good tool. I mean, using affirmations in the present tense, positive, and feeling in your body. That's a great tip. Thank you so much. Also, Hal recommends in the Miracle Morning reading. So you need a pile of books or a book by your bedside that is inspirational, that makes you feel good. So for me, it's Pema Chodron mostly. I love her. And also I've been rereading Cheryl Strayed. She's got a newish book out called Brave, which is lots of quotes. Courage is one of my highest values. So for me, those books are really good. And sometimes, again, if you're feeling not so great, or just a kind of tapping in to a feeling of wisdom. It's tapping into wisdom. So sometimes when you feel as wise as a bug and you can't reach for it, it's reaching for, standing on the shoulders of giants is always a really great place. So all the people in your life, it could be someone it could be a fantastic author that you feel inspired by, but that can really help. So Hal Elrod recommends us for the Miracle Morning to set ourselves up for a really positive day, for a positive week, is meditation, affirmations, visualization, exercise, journaling, and reading. And I don't manage to do all of those every day, definitely not, but there's some things that are absolutely ingrained for me. Journaling, my life definitely can go a little bit wonky if I'm not journaling regularly. And also yoga for me at the moment, to be able to get back into my body, to be present. Visualization, I love visualization and being able to visualize what it's going to look like, my day is going to look like, and to get that positive feeling in my body without doing anything, without actually achieving it. And I know Dr. David Hamilton talks a lot about this idea of often just by visualizing, you can get the results that you want. So it's a great thing to explore, great thing to know. So I really want you to focus this week on the Miracle Morning. Either look at Psychologies magazine, because he's in there and all about what you do, or you could buy Hal's book, The Miracle Morning, which is also really brilliant. Have a wonderful, wonderful day today. If you want to start late with the Miracle Morning, then try it now. Why not go off this call and think, okay, what's my visualization, what's my I can and I will, and watch me, or strong, balanced, healthy, happy. What do you want to focus on, or what is it that's going to get you there in terms of the fuel? So this month at Psychologies, as we said, it's about a new start, a fresh start. And what will make the journey ahead so much easier is if you have good, healthy habits in place that actually support your journey. And this is one very simple way. You have every morning, you have the opportunity to do something differently. Anita Chiduri, who wrote her dossier, is very honest in the dossier about how rubbish she can be about actually doing all of this stuff and how she does it. So it's, there's no way to get this wrong. We're all human, but really, really lovely to have you all, and thank you so much for lovely comments. Thank you, Debs. She's saying thank you, always inspiring and motivating us. I'm just like you. I'm on the journey just like you. I find it tough sometimes too, but I think if we can join together and we can talk humanly about this journey, I think we'll be okay. We'll manage it. So join the Life Leap Club, which is part free to all Psychology subscribers. So if you're not already a member, join us, because it's brilliant and lovely and kind and wonderful. So lots of love, everybody. Have a fantastic week, and speak to you next week. Bye.